What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy ThatGuyNamedJay checking in. Checking in, man. What you talking about? Yeah, that shit's still corny, man. I gotta figure out a way to say that shit and it don't it just sound so cheesy. It's like checking in. I need a cool intro, man. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I'm just trying to do what I can to get to 5,000 subscribers, man. I'm just trying to do every little nook and cranny, man. I need to take the Trucker Brown YouTube Trucker 101 guide to more subscribers or something. God damn. Nah, man. Real talk though. Since you're already here, man, if you haven't already done so, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell, man. We definitely trying to run down on 5,000 subscribers. You know, I'm one of those YouTubers. I don't think that I'll ever get to the crazy big numbers, but I would like to hit 5,000. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the most I've ever had. Well, actually, I'm already at the most I've ever had, but 5,000 is just something I would, personally like to do. So, anyways, but to get to the video, man, I want to continue the theme of my port-themed videos, man. I've been putting out information about the port from my perspective, and I've had some people hit me up just saying thank you, like, yo, it ain't no port videos out here like that. So I just like to try to put more of those out there. So that being said, man, let me tell you about something that you are going to hate about the port. All right, what you're going to hate about the port is that there just isn't enough appointments to go around. What do you mean by appointments, Jay? I'm glad you asked, as a person who's about to subscribe to me. What I mean by that is the way the port works from open until about 2 o'clock p.m. is that as far as the Virginia port goes, as far as the Virginia International Gateway, VIG, or Norfolk International Terminal, I believe it's called, NIT, is that they have appointment times. Now, these appointments run within an hour window. But with most of them, besides the first appointment you can get when they open and the last appointment you get when they close, they run, you can go in 30 minutes early and 30 minutes late. So what that means is if you have let's just say a 10 a.m. appointment, you can go in as soon as 9:30 and you can go in as late as 10:30. This was news to me because I always knew about being able to go in earlier, but I didn't know until I started with this company, shout out to my boss, that you can go in 30 minutes late as well. And I didn't believe him. I was like, I didn't tell him I didn't believe him, but he was like, man, I know you running behind, because I was running behind on one because I had a NIT load that I had to run in. I got caught up in NIT because of my chassis. I had to switch chassis and shit. And I had to come to VIG, and I just didn't think I was gonna make it. He was like, man, you got 30 minutes after. I'm like, huh? So I ain't never heard of that shit. And I got in there, and it took me. And I was like, man, I had never heard of that. And I had worked for like 2 other port companies. A lot of companies don't tell you because they don't want you to, obviously, some people you just can't tell them that they got 30 minutes to be late because they're going to be late every time. So to avoid that, companies just don't tell you. So that's how the appointments work. The way it is set up, it depends on the company that you pull for. When I say that, what I mean is that, for example, when I worked at Great Wide did all of my appointments. Okay, they scheduled the appointments. They got me the soonest available one, and they allowed me to, all I had to do was just drive to the port, go in. I had to do none of that. When I went to HUD was more of a do-it-yourself type of situation. Like, they would give you your trailer, your box number, and you had to go up there. A lot of times, not all the time, sometimes like your pre-dispatches, they did that, of course, but you would go in there, let's say they give you a load at 10 a.m. If you want to do another one besides your pre-dispatches, you would have to go in the system, and I can't pull that system up because I don't have access to it anymore, because this is the company I'm with now. The guy, he does it all for us because it's only like 4 or 5 of us, so really it wouldn't even make sense because he's already at home doing all the business stuff, so he does it for us. But with HUD, we would have to do that ourselves. You put in your name, your license plate number to your truck, your container number, and you put whether you picking or you dropping. You know what I'm saying? Your chassis and all that shit. So that's how those appointments work. With the thing at HUD allowed us to push our appointments on our own. So let's just say, you got an appointment for 4 a.m. and you wake up and it's 4:45. Oh shit, I overslept. Now let's go in here and let's look at pushing my appointment back so that I'm not late, I don't miss my appointment, because that would suck and that looks bad on you as a driver. Well, the thing about that, what happens is, and this is what the point of the video is I want to get to, the port is so congested. When I say congested, there are so many different drivers, carriers, companies in this area of Norfolk, Portsmouth, the Hampton Roads area that are trying to go in and out of these two ports with appointments, that appointments get, it's just few and far in between. You understand what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is that, let's just say it's a Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and you got to pick up your box. And, you know, you got your shit, and you want to go in there to schedule a pickup. Or let's just say an empty. Empty is a better example. You want to take your empty back in there. Let's say you're on your way back from your Tuesday delivery. You're getting back into the Hampton Roads area at, let's say, 9:30. So you say, hey, man, make me an appointment for 10 a.m. Guess what? They may not have an appointment for you to take your empty in until Wednesday at 12 noon. So now you have a decision to make. You can wait until then to take that box in, which seems like a logical thing to do, but then you have to think about it. With these boxes, with these containers, and with these chassis, you get like a certain amount of free days. I mean, you're not being charged, you know, because you got to, obviously, give you time to get the load there, get the load back. Once you get on what's called your last free day, after that point, you are being charged for, and correct me if I'm wrong, both container and chassis for every day that you don't bring it back into the port. I don't know the specific number. I know with the chassis, I think it's like $25. Don't get me lying on what the box is. I don't know. So these boxes, as soon as you pull them out of the port, are on a time limit until that they have to be returned. So what that creates now is a stressful situation for some drivers, where you have to choose: do I want to just take this bump in the head and have them charge me, or do I want to do like I'm doing now and wait until 2 o'clock where it's free for all? And now you see I'm sitting here in a line waiting to get into the port. If you see, like, I don't know if y'all can see back there. Nah, you can't see back there. But all right, I'm back. My fault. I dropped my phone. But yeah, I'm sitting in this line right now because I gotta wait till 2 o'clock. The time now is, give me 1 second. It's now 1:54. It's 1:54, so we got about 6 more minutes before they're gonna open up the gate. And at that point, at 2 o'clock, it's free for all. Now, you know, you be a productive driver like you're supposed to. You come here. I've been here since probably about like 1:40, probably about 1:35, 1:40, about 20-25 minutes. But if you try to come in here right at 2 o'clock, it's gonna be too congested, because what happens is, everybody knows that there's no appointment, so everybody is trying to come in here. And like I said earlier, it's a lot of drivers in the Hampton Roads area trying to get in this port. So what happens is, we get to sit on this road, but you have guys who will try to sit on the off ramps of the interstate, but the port police have done away from that. So the port police will sit on the ramps, and you can't even sit on the ramp no more, because they be sitting there with their lights and they kick you away. That's port police. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So just understand, man, like, you have to be on top of things in this port, because it's just, again, so much other shit you got to deal with as a port driver, or as a port company owner, operator, whatever, that you just don't got to deal elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? You may, you know, the port can cost you more money, but then again, a lot of people out here have paid off trucks, so they don't sweat it as much. But somebody who's out here and that's trying to make as much money as they can, it can become stressful, because now you got to, again, deal with the appointments. You got to see, okay, I'm trying to take this empty back on Tuesday, but it ain't no appointments until Thursday. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here at 2 o'clock. But then it comes, you know, as far as you guys who want to be home every day to spend quality time, guess what? You come up here at 2 o'clock or 2:30. Now you might sit up here for 2 hours, 3 hours, and you might not get out until 4 o'clock, 4:30. It has happened. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, again, I'm just trying to put information out there about the port so people know what they're coming into, man. Like I said, there's money to be made out here. There's nothing to be afraid of, but you just got to be productive as a local truck driver. I did a video a couple weeks ago, whenever it gets uploaded, probably a couple days ago at this point. But I did a video talking about, you know, your sleeping schedule and having to get up in the morning and make sure you're getting up. Because I promise you, when hear me and hear me well, if you want to be a port driver, at least in Virginia, you have got to get up when your appointments are. Like, because that whole, because you think, okay, I'm going to push my appointment back, After a while, you may miss your appointment. Let's say your appointment is 4 in the morning, and you missed that 4 in the morning appointment. You thinking, okay, I'm going to just push it back to 5. No. There's not another appointment until 11. So guess what? From 4 to 11, how many hours is that? What's that? 8 hours, if I'm not mistaken. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7 hours. Excuse my math. Yes, I still count on my fingers. I'm not a mathematician. Whatever, judge your mother. But anyway, so that's 7 hours that you just lost out the day. And you still got to do that, because that appointment is that box that you still got to pull. If you're a local driver, that's 7 hours you done lost of not being able really to do anything, because even if you get another load, you still have to think that you got that 11 o'clock appointment that you still have to do, because that box has to be pulled. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times these boxes, when they are given to you as a local or even as a regional driver or OTR driver, when they are given to you to pull out, they have to be pulled out that day, because then it affects the delivery to guess who? Your customer. So now not only are you disappointing your appointment at the port, you are disappointing your appointment with the actual customer. And that looks bad on you, that looks bad on your company, and that could just jeopardize whatever contract that you may have, because a lot of this port work is contract free. Every like Walmart, Target, Damco, which has HP, it has Ralph Lauren, it has like 5 different companies that are based out of that Damco warehouse where HUD is based out of. So it's a lot of contract free that is coming out of this port. And if you keep missing appointments and you keep fucking up your deliveries because you're not being a productive driver and getting to your appointments on time, and then you get lost in the sauce because it's not enough appointments to go around, then guess what? You becoming a disappointment to your customer. And like I said earlier, there are plenty of other drivers and other companies and carriers who are looking to take your goddamn contract. The name of the game is hustle, people. It's a dirty world out here. You know what I'm saying? There's already people out there coming at each other's neck in this trucking business. Don't give them a reason to win, man. But that's just my perspective, man. That's just from what I've experienced from working from the 3 different container companies that I work for. Great Wide, Container Division, Dallas Maverick to be specific, HUD Transportation, and now where I'm at now. I almost said the name, didn't I? Ooh, you almost got it. So yeah, man, it's like I said, it's not nothing to scare you. It's just to prepare you. I want everybody to come out here and eat. I want everybody to come out here and get money. I want everybody to come out here and thrive. But you just gotta know what you're signing up for, which is why I say, if you want to be local, if you want to be home more, just understand it's hustle. You have to be productive. You gotta stay safe, and you have to be positive minded, because if you come out here with that lackadaisical bullshit, you're gonna get yourself fired, or you're gonna get yourself some $700 checks, and now you looking stupid. Now, it's one thing if the work isn't there. When the port slows down, is one thing, like what I went through when the port was slow. But when it's booming like this and you fucking up, they will get ready to you with the quickness. I'm trying to tell you. So, but this line's starting to move now, so I got to go get to this money, man. As always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucker, man. I'm gone.